Alright, I'm back to do another video. I'm specifically going to be looking at Ethereum, and I want to apply an Elliott wave theory, momentum pattern with some correction waves, because that seems to be probably the best thing to be looking at right now. And I do not see anybody in cryptocurrency and anybody in the community going over this, so I wanted to go over it. So we're going to be looking at our Kraken. Um, all our gorgeous ideas. And I see a lot of traditional, so we're going to go Elliott wave, Elliott pulse wave. It's going to be, we're looking for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potentially is what I think would be playing out here. Let's see, shoot. There we go. Alright, so this could potentially be, we're going to go with a different chart so it's a lot cleaner to work with. I really want to go over this idea. I don't think anybody else, I haven't seen anybody else in the space go over it, and I think it could be massive, and potentially picking a tool of the bottom of this corrective wave. We've already made massive amounts of money delegating a large percentage of our portfolio to Ethereum, and we talked a lot about that, and it's just so low risk. It's such high reward. We've made thousands in the last few days just doing that. It's incredible, and it was just so low risk. It was just such a no-brainer. All right, but for people that are trading it, a little more risky, we're going to go over some potential Elliott wave ideas, because I just think that out of all the technical analysis, I think this is going to be one of the best. So you could potentially have an impulse wave right here, corrective wave, impulse wave, corrective wave, and then this could be an impulse wave idea right here. Now, in Elliott wave patterns, you have to understand that there's fractals and there's multiple different patterns inside different time frames. So we could potentially be seeing this, and then we could potentially have an ABC, potentially corrective wave, and then essentially, once you have this Elliott wave pattern, which seems like the impulse wave, yeah, is right here. If not, this is a correction. So probably right here would probably be the best place to put that impulse wave, 1. And so what you would do is you would measure on a Fibonacci retracement. No, we want Fibonacci retracement. You'd measure essentially your 5, and you would measure your 1, which would be right here, and then essentially the price could bounce right here. Let's pull up ABC now, because in Elliott wave it's the 5 pulse waves, and then there's the ABC correction waves potentially. So we could hit, and these are just ideas to be going over. So potentially this would be a corrective wave right here. Let's see. This would be a corrective wave potentially right here, and something like, so let's see, move this one right here. This would potentially be a corrective wave right here, potential corrective wave right here, and then, I mean, we could bounce off this C right here. We could hit this, have something like this, potentially this right here, and then something like, potentially, and then a continuation up, and then on top of that, so what we would do is you would take, so that's the Fibonacci retracement off of the 618 with, you know, this is Elliott wave theory. Let's go, we're going to go to, what you would do is you would pull up, you go to Fibonacci retracement, you go to time zone Fibonacci retracement, to go from this impulse wave to potentially this wave right here where we're ending on our 5th, and then potentially this gives us a lot more data to work with. This is going to be the golden pocket right here. I don't like how it doesn't have the fib levels pulled up, but this is Fibonacci retracement on the time zones with Elliott wave factored in. We have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Elliott waves. And then, like I said before, what you would do is you would pull up your Fibonacci retracement tool. This is very advanced trading. I've never seen anybody in the crypto community put out any content even remotely close to this. And I'm heavily involved with the crypto community. So you would put your fifth wave, and then you would put your first wave, and then you would measure this area right here, and then what we're going to do is we're going to extend this Fibonacci area to this first corrective wave right here into the golden pocket area, and then potentially what we're going to do is we're going to pull up our ABC again, and then potentially we could hit, within this area, a corrective wave on the ABC. So starting from the top, which would be right here, and then you have this corrective wave. Let me make that better. Why is it so hard with trading view? All right, let me see. Here we go. ABC. So we start at the fifth wave right here. It looks like we have a corrective wave right here. It looks like we could be bouncing up on this B wave right here. We could correct down into this C wave anywhere in this level right here, and then potentially bounce higher off of the start of another impulse wave. So this kind of gives us a time frame of, we're on the 1 hour chart. Do I think Bitcoin, or do I think Ethereum could be consolidating right now at these levels? Absolutely. Let me make sure that I'm on the, oh, it wasn't on the right screen. All right, there we go. Now you can see everything. Check this out. So this is our first wave, potentially, second wave. So this is our impulse wave, correction wave. Third wave, this is our impulse wave, correction wave, impulse wave. This is our fifth wave right here. Then potentially we have, and then so what you would do is you put your swing high, you'd put your first correction wave, or you'd put your first impulse wave on the bottom. You'd put your fifth wave, which would be your impulse wave, on the top, which would pull us out. And we were looking for the 0.618 level to potentially go off of. So this is your first correction wave. So you have this A wave right here, and this looks like to be a corrective. And then I just guessed right here, but you would just address this wherever as your potential B wave. And then this would be your C wave right here, bouncing off of. It could be anywhere, but we specifically pulled up from the start of our pattern to the end of our pattern, our Elliott wave formation, and it pulls up our Fibonacci retracement. So these are golden, this is like the golden ratio. I don't like how it's not labeled, but this is the golden ratio. You can see when you zoom out of these different Fibonacci retracement areas. This is the 618. So essentially we could be bouncing off of this C corrective wave anytime in this area right here, in this golden Fibonacci retracement area, according to Elliott wave theory. This is a theory. It's been pretty accurate, especially when you have, like when I was looking at these charts, I was like, man, there's only so many different things that you can like accurately chart, and this has got to be one of the biggest right here. So to find conclusive data, I've never seen anybody in the crypto space that's really big into trading. I've never seen any of them really work on Elliott wave. It's a shame. Like this looks like a perfect opportunity. Basically, we could potentially consolidate on Ethereum. Let's check this out. Go to the daily, and it's just perfect because then we get the time frame, we get everything. Is this the end of it right here? So we could potentially, we're gonna get an exact time frame. That's what I like about this so much, is it literally is so ridiculously precise. So in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's 24 hours. In the next 30 hours, essentially, we could be correcting all the way down to this Fibonacci retracement area, which would be our C area, get a bounce off of this C area, and then continue higher. I definitely wanted to give you this guys this idea of a potential, because I think a lot of people get concerned and they just don't understand like the technical analysis. Like right here we have an impulse wave, a corrective wave, impulse wave, corrective wave. It's harder to see on the 6 hour, and then another impulse wave. And so in Elliott wave theory, which it looks like this is exactly what's playing out right here, you have the ABC corrective wave, which is what I have charted right here. We'll see how much this pumps, but it was very clear that the A was down here on the lower time frames, and then this is the B, and then this is the C. And then remember that on the lower time frames, on the hourly, all the way up to, and then potentially this, there's fractal ideas on higher and lower time frames. So potentially this could be the start to an Elliott wave formation on the more macro time frames. So you take a look at this right here, and you would essentially have this to this, and that would be the first wave, and then potentially we could have like I said, a correction wave down to this 0.618 level right here before potentially moving higher. Okay, and then that would be wave 3, and then another corrective wave. The thing is, the reason I'm bringing this up is because, on this channel, we just absolutely killed it. We made thousands of dollars in a few days. Like in the last day or two, we made so much money because we took a massive position that we had. We took a massive amount of our portfolio, we diversified it into Ethereum, and now I don't want you guys to get scared and like trade it bad. I don't want you guys to get scared and whatever. So I'm showing you this Elliott wave idea because this is essentially just one impulse wave. The fact that we can hit this level right here, retrace down to potentially this 618 level for a corrective wave, and then continue higher is 100% in the cards. And I see this too much. I'm just like too experienced to see all these new traders. I always see, I'm involved in a lot of trading groups. I'm always learning. I'm always progressing, and I'm always up to date on all this stuff. And I always see the new guys. They always see this they always see this impulse wave right here, and then there has to be a corrective wave. The charts are never just going to go up forever, and that's exactly why I'm bringing this up to my community, is the fact that this could be the first impulse wave, and then if we go down to right here, don't trip. Like it's in every single formation that we drawn from our 5 pulse Elliott wave on the smaller time frames, like on the hourly, to when you look at the 6 hour, you have this massive impulse wave right here. And a corrective wave is inevitable. You can't, there's no, I get that in crypto, everybody wants to make like $1 million like tomorrow and all that stuff, and it's when people talk to me about the stock market, it's just a joke. I'll make 70% in one of these altcoins in a day, and you can't see those kind of returns in the stock market without being into like some of the best stocks, and some of that stuff takes years. So I mean, unless you're like me and you called USO UCO and we got 140% return on document, but whatever. So I don't want you guys getting shaken out of your position right here. I do not want you guys getting shaken out of your position right here. This is most likely going to be a corrective wave, and we're holding. Would I open up a long position at the 0.618 level? It depends on if we bounce on it. I'm not gonna put limit orders there, because at the end of the day, in cryptocurrency, some of the best things are the chart formations, the double tops, all these different things. Elliott wave theory seems to just be applicable. Notice how in technical analysis I haven't brought up Elliott wave one other time. I had a question about it at the very beginning of when I started YouTube, but and started covering these on live streams. But notice how I never bring up Elliott wave. You use the tools that are applicable to the charts when they're applicable to the charts. And right now, Elliott wave is the move. And a lot of these YouTubers, they just don't have the skill set to bring that to you. I got the skill set. I know all these different, technical, we know market cipher. When we need market cipher, we'll use market cipher. When we need Elliott wave, we'll use Elliott wave. When we need to use a Head and Shoulders, we'll use a Head and Shoulders. So that being said, though, the more advanced, and this is really what I'm getting at here. I'm not trying to roast, that I'm better than everybody else. This is what I'm getting at here. These are advanced charting formations, and the more advanced the charting formation is, the more higher probability that other people are not going to be able to follow along. The simpler something is, like if you see the RSI is overbought on the daily, a lot of people can follow along on that. Now, this is most likely going to play out. This is crystal clear, and a lot of the big money, a lot of the smartest guys know exactly what I'm talking about right here, and they're saying like, yeah, dude, you're like a genius. Like, obviously, like, it was crystal clear Elliott wave, but it's not going to be the overall market. It's not going to be the guys on Carl's the Moon's Telegram group, those guys that are like, is the pump done? Are we over? Are we getting stomped out? So what I'm saying is that because this is more of an advanced charting method, and because a lot of the general community doesn't understand this, who's moving the price that are longing it, I think a lot of the reason Carl the Moon has such accurate TA is because he has such a huge community. They're probably like longing the crap out of it when he tells them to long the crap out of it, and longing the short out of it when he tells them to. But anyways, he's probably one of the best in the space. But so because it's more advanced, because of all these like fundamentals, because this is Elliott wave in cryptocurrency, I'm waiting for a bounce off this 618 level, and then if we get a confirmed bounce, would I take a small long position, like low leverage, and build up into potentially? I want to see volume. I always want to see volume, but if we get this confirmation bounce, if we get support, I mean, we're already making stupid money off of this Ethereum trade that we were calling when we moved most of our position into it. We made thousands in literally a day or two. I don't mind making some more money. We have got one of the most underrated channels on the entire internet. You'd make so much money just listening to me talk about Cardano and whatnot. But so nobody's talking about this. This is the game plan. I had to bring this to you guys. So essentially, you have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave right here on the hourly. You potentially have this one wave right here on the 6 hour. And then guys, everybody's going to be scared. Everybody's going to be scared. Do not, these correction waves, it's in technical analysis. The markets can't go up forever. You got to remember, corrective wave number 2, it's in the patterns. So we have this impulse wave. If it hits this level, don't be scared. If it bounces right here, we could be potentially longing it for another profitable long. So I'm going to keep you guys updated. That's exactly what I'm looking at. You guys need to know this stuff, and I'm giving you exactly what you need to know. If you're subscribed to if you are subscribed to the channel, congratulations, because we've been making stupid money. So congratulations to everybody that's subbed to the channel.